Hey people of planet Earth, we're finally back in Fallout 4 after who knows how long. It's been nearly a year. You only have so many of those. I could have made more videos, but I was too busy playing War Thunder, and I know I said I hate that game, but you must understand there is no contradiction there. But that's enough embarrassing attempts at relatability and humor. Let's get going here. See, what I'll be doing from now on is, instead of covering 10 mods in one video and comparing them, I'll only cover one mod and simply compare it to what I've played before. I'm calling it bite-sized mod reviews. It's a play on words because it's like a bite, but it's also a computer bite. It's very... I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, honestly. Let's just get this lazy video a-going. Alright, very first mod I'm reviewing is a quest mod called Bloody Negotiation by Dietplums. This mod's about a year and a half old, relatively recent. It's a very short series of quests that'll only take you maybe half an hour to complete in total. On the technical side, it's a well-made mod. It doesn't break precombines or previs anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. One strange oversight I noticed is every object in the mod's interiors is unowned, so you can rob the NPCs blind. There's nothing of significant value to steal, but it's a tiny issue. The mod begins right next to Drumlin Diner at a new location, a roadside clinic run by an NPC named Jamie. Besides her quest, Jamie acts as a fully fledged doctor, which is nice because aside from Doc Anderson potentially popping up, you're not going to have a doctor to help you in early game Fallout 4. Now, of course, the game is easy as a piece of pie anyways, but it's a nice thing to have. I think Jamie's patients are faking their illnesses, though, because you can interact with them and they'll get up off their beds and start talking like there's nothing wrong with them. A bigger issue is Jamie only heals 100 rads per purchase instead of all of them like every other doctor. What a ripoff. The voice actors for this did a great job. While they often strayed from the subtitles, universally their dialogue actually sounds better than what was written.
Well, word got out about this. And now people are inspired not to pay back their loans, which has in turn forced me to raise my protection rates.
There's a lot of minor spelling and grammar errors in the mod, but it's not a big deal. Other than that, I think the whole quest line is pretty damn good. If you don't want it spoiled, you should click off now. Hell, you should have probably done that 2 minutes ago. But yeah, the quest starts with Jamie giving a sob story about being shaken down by a loan shark named Larry, and she tells us she'll give a 1,500 cap reward if we get Larry to reduce her protection rate back down to its original 9% value, and another 500 caps for every 3% below that. So we head over to Larry's and get a side quest from a guy named Simon to unclog a water pipe in a nearby sewer. The sewer is maybe a 5-minute dungeon with some environmental storytelling and a Mirelurk queen at the end. It's a half-decent diversion. Talking to Larry, you find him kind of reasonable. He agrees to reduce the rate back to 9% only if we help him kill a former business associate named Mr. Tips, who is hiding in a drug lab inside a dodgy warehouse guarded by gunners. So we go over there and do that. The gunner conscripts might provide a bit of a challenge if you're level 1, but they're not too bad. I didn't like how all my shots kept getting blocked by this invisible railing. It reminded me too much of Fallout New Vegas. The gunners have a note explaining they're no longer working with Mr. Tips or something. I don't really get the story. Inside the drug lab, you fight guys wearing hazmat suits and wielding gamma guns who are annoying until you get a hazmat suit yourself, and then you're effectively immune to rads. So after this maybe 10-minute dungeon, you encounter Mr. Tips and get the option to either kill him or spare him. If you spare him, he gives you a stash location which is full of synths and synthetic copies of Mr. Tips, which I don't understand. I don't know what it all means. But regardless of whether you kill the guy or not, you go back to Larry to renegotiate the rate, and depending on your special stats, you can get it all the way down to 0%, getting the full reward from Jamie. I do like how you can use all your special stats to get an advantage in these quests, which is something you don't often get to do in the vanilla game. Honestly, this mod feels a lot like a vanilla Fallout 4 questline, but compared to vanilla, it's up there with the best content in the game, which is not saying all that much, but, well, if you want a solid half-hour quest mod, Bloody Negotiation is worth the download. That's all I wrote. Hope you liked this short little video. I'll have more coming soon. I'm hoping if I limit my Fallout 4 exposure to short, controlled bursts, I won't burn out and I'll be able to keep this gravy train flowing. I'm getting so lazy I won't even do a proper outro, it'll just suddenly cut to